Stays crunchy. Stays crunchy. And milk.
It's been a minute since we did some Oreos review, but Post Malone dropped some Oreos, and they had my interest, and I ain't been able to find them. And we'll figure out as we go along here. I'm with my family, my nuclear family, my family, not the family I created, but the family I was created into. My mom and my big sister, but not my brother, who will be mad about this. But what I'm supposed to do, bruh? Anyway, my big sister found these Oreos, and so we get to finally try the Post Malone Oreos that my mama opened up and tried already without telling nobody. It's a standard way we do this.
Okay.
And that is crack them bad boys open, get a good look at them. Mm-hmm. This is a solid set of Oreos, not too many, not no broken ones. Get a whiff of them. I'm gonna tell you to get a whiff of it, get that up in your snoot.
I'm about to drink milk. I'm gonna be really mad about it.
You don't gotta drink the milk.
No, I'm gonna accidentally grab the cup.
smells
Same hand or dog. She out.
Smells like caramel. I don't think I don't want to eat them. All these noses.
It smells like an Oreo we've had before.
Frosted Swirl, salted caramel, and shortbread flavored cream. They are different than standard Oreos because they are a mix of yellow and golden. So, you know what I'm saying? You get both Oreos on both sides. So, all right, here's the methodology of testing Oreo. Get an Oreo.
I want to rip it open. I need to see the swirl.
Oh, yeah, this is how this works.
I actually am kind of offended by how tragic that swirl is.
So, no. That's a good thing because if they break clean, that's good. Because sometimes Oreos, the cream don't come off like that. Cool.
But, like, look how pretty the swirl was on the box. And, like,
come on, bro.
I'm not swirling over here.
Okay. We all know what a standard Oreo tastes like. We all know what a yellow Oreo tastes like. But if you want to, try your cookie, just the cookie, the bare cookie. Guess what? Like an Oreo. And I guess the yellow Oreo.
This is
I
shortbread.
tend to like the yellow Oreo over the chocolate as I've aged.
All right, so it'd be a cookie racist as you get older. Fair enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's yellow. I don't eat yellow Oreos. I eat black yellow Oreos. We try the cream. And this by its lonesome.
That's sugar diabetes.
I mean, yeah, it's cookies. It's gonna do its job.
It has something crunchy in it.
Salty. It's supposed to be salted caramel, so that's
So
good.
that's what it is. And I do like that crunch.
It don't taste new, though. I feel like we've had something like this before.
Show.
I thought it was toffee. That's what I thought it was.
If you want to know what these taste like and you can't find them, if you recall the coconut chocolate joints, they basically German chocolate, but they ain't call them German chocolate. Oreos, that's exactly what this tastes like. The yellow cookie is not bringing much to the performance.
I'm not impressed.
It looks pretty.
That's just a bare cookie. Now, pass me a cookie.
Get the whole experience.
So now
together.
you gotta dip it in milk.
Let me get one. Let me get one, though. I should have grabbed a fork. For, like, maximum dipping.
I'm a lone dipper. Some people just like a little soak, but I like it just to get...
I put the fork on there and I let it, like, soak for, like, a minute until, like, the cookie the cookie is falling off.
And right there, you saw how the cookie kind of split. Mm-hmm.
I want the cookie falling off the bone.
Right then is basically when you have gotten the cookie where you want it to be at.
I did like the chocolate cookie. It's just a good old...
I don't mess with the chocolate that much, but I've kind of grown out of chocolate.
That, like Post Malone himself, a very disappointing Oreo.
Dang.
It's just... It's not doing anything fantastic.
Look at it, though. There's, like, some designs on the
yeah, I guess it's what appears to kind of look like
Okay, let me get the milk.
Also, there's a truck on it.
A truck?
Oh, look, it's a truck on my...
Okay, I don't have a truck. I have a Starburst.
Oh, here, we'll have to take pictures of our... I do this. This is just... Take the pictures of your art. Have your cookie bag. Mine
I don't want it.
A truck on it. It's just not bringing anything exciting to Oreo, and it's just like that's why we kind of stopped reviewing Oreos because they got boring.
They stopped doing stuff.
We had for a while. They're some of the most action-packed Oreos in the business,
like the Swedish fish ones and stuff like that.
Which,
like, they were bad, but like it was like an experience.
Absolutely disgusting. Tasted just like Swedish fish and Oreo. Did it perfectly. Gotta admit it. Peanut butter and jelly Oreo, which was a Kroger exclusive, which means I had to drive about 50 miles from home to go get them because ain't no Krogers around my park. Really were tasty. Root beer float Oreos were an amazing thing. There have been some amazing Oreo, and they just have kind of gotten to a point where they're making
Post Malone.
Even the bad ones, like I don't even care that they were bad because it was like an experience. Like, I just tried
Okay,
something.
so I think it tastes better in the milk.
It tastes less in the milk. Like it doesn't taste as much.
and that's the problem. The milk kind of defeats what you got going on.
Right. To
But
me,
you
it
said it was
tastes
too
better.
sweet.
And then I can taste the salt a little bit better.
Yeah.
And like Mom said, it's almost like a toffee.
Yeah. I wouldn't have said it was.
Your grandma cookie, I feel bad.
No, I've had my cookie. I wouldn't have said that it was sea salt. I would have guessed that it
Not
was
sea salt,
salted toffee.
salted caramel, but not sea salt. Don't take.
Oh, I'm sorry. So it was salted. So kind of it then, like, because I thought it was salted toffee.
There's the salt. That is nice.
Yeah, I like that part of
Yeah,
it.
But it's like it has a bite to it,
a little bit.
a crunch.
Yeah, nice crunch.
Fair.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm not impressed.
It was like fine.
Out of 5.
I mean, like I would like finish the package because like it's fine, but I'm not like going back to get more.
Out of 5.
Like a 3. It's like a fine. It's fine.
No.
Like
I
it's
would
just
say
like the
it's
middle
a-
of a road.
It's a 2.
Factual. Mother.
You're thinking too hard.
Yeah, it's a cookie, man. Don't put that much effort into this.
Just throw a number out there.
5.
It is not that.
It is not that good, Mom.
Grandma don't know what a good Oreo could be.
It's an Oreo. And
No,
it's a
it's not,
cookie.
Mom. No.
And it's sweet for somebody who does not do Oreos.
Fine. If you
What I enjoyed was the crunchy salted caramel.
then it is your opinion, and it is a 5 to you.
Yeah.
You think I can get Xander to
that-
eat one of those?
I was comfortable
Let's
with
go
the
get 'em.
salted
No, I'm just-
caramel
you hate it.
and the vanilla. I don't want to say vanilla, but the yellow cookie.
Yeah.
Those
Okay.
2 things were impressive to me. Less sugar.
Next.
I don't get down with Post Malone to begin with.
I don't know who Post Malone
Post
is.
Malone came to the rap game like many a performer, and then has left it to become a country artist. And it offends me on several levels when people come into a black space and use black people to get popular and then leave it behind. And that's exactly what he has done.
Oh, he's not of the African American
No, he a white boy.
persuasion?
No, yeah, which is why he can go do country music without.
He white.
Oh, Lord.
I feel like
Disgusting.
I thought he was like that one kid at our school. I can't drop his name dropping, but like
Disgusting.
You know what he used to do before he was a rapper? He played Minecraft. That's what
That's
he was,
real?
he was playing Minecraft,
You want to try a cookie?
I guess.
Please and thank you. That's my oldest. That's it's my oldest. That's all you need to know. Although I've talked about my children before, so you know their name. My kid broke my iPad and has had it broken forever. Who knew? I did, because I never saw my iPad.
I mean, I also use it. Like,
Don't think I wasn't fully aware that my iPad was broken, my guy.
You definitely like sat on it's bent.
It's bent. I can see what it is.
ooh, why'd you walk away? We need to hear you.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
I was too busy about this iPad.
Boy walked away. Come hither.
He's doing the
But look
smell
how pretty it
test.
is.
This is about my family and smelling stuff.
it's a part of this process.
It's what they do for
Part of
the
the
Oreo.
experience.
No, but Christian smells things before they eat them.
Yes, a distrust of what's being presented to you, like any black man should have.
Yes.
Smells the most important part about food. If it smells funky, I ain't gonna eat it.
Yeah, like I don't like the smell of Earl Grey tea, but it tastes good.
I don't like
If
Earl
it smells
Grey.
funky, bro.
Earl
ruined.
Grey is good tea. I like Earl Grey for a pick-me-up. Like when I drink Earl
Just
Grey.
try it.
Oh, we're talking about Earl Grey tea. This smells like coffee, like syrup.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be like
Yeah.
be banger with like a cup of coffee.
I
They
agree
probably
with that.
would.
Man, they make phone good.
They
You hear
probably
them
would be
hear them
good with
crunching?
coffee.
Like 6 miles out. Wow. Word to these
Yeah,
microphones.
you really
bro.
up in my ear like ASMR, right?
Yeah.
Would you finish the cookie?
Yeah, it's fine.
Would you go through that whole pack of them Jones though? You touch it. You wouldn't let me feed you a cookie the other day. 'Cause you like, I'm a molasses cookie man. Like somebody's old granddad.
Ice cream is good.
It's all good. I trust
But this
you.
kind of just tastes like syrup.
Yeah, it's like ambiguous
He
cookie.
and Christian have the weird, I won't say the weirdest, but they're very staunch in their taste.
Ambiguous.
And they're not going to veer off of
What
it.
you give it out of 5?
Oh, 5?
You and Grandma.
You said out of 5.
Oh, 5. It gotta be like a
5 is the top, 1 being the bottom.
like a 2.5, a 3. It's not good. It's not
we
bad.
locked in
It's
on the 3
fine.
wavelength. We locked in on the 3s.
If you average it out, it's about 2.5, which is about what that cookie is.
Yeah,
Basically.
it's a
About
little
a
bit
2.5. So worry not.
I said normal Oreo like a 4.
It's all cool. Hang out here, man. So I kind of want you on the show. You ain't got to sit. I mean, just be available to me. I will
We
call
can
you.
write on iPad.
Okay.
I don't understand how you do that. You dropped the. I'm assuming you dropped the whole center block on that, John. That's center block activity right there.
Okay, thank you. I gotta do the show. Let that go. You gotta let it go because I gotta let it go. So you gotta let it go.
Stop! You're gonna break my chair. I literally felt the whole back of it move.
Don't break my furniture.
Anyway, that was basically what you come to know is your cold open of the show. Let me spit some lyrics and then we'll do into a regular show. I'm gonna do a regular show with my folks. Normally we do a little talk about family stuff. I mean, probably who knows, we might. But I'm gonna do a regular full show, which means you get no articles this week. It's my family. I just don't feel like pulling articles, but you do get you do get out the butt and amongst other things, and you get to see me try my best not to be so profane because my mama don't like cursing. So
Lord knows it will be a miracle.
let's see what I can pull out of my hat. But let's start with these lyrics. I'm not going to try to spit them. So you remember, if you listen to the original episode of 565, which we couldn't put out because the sound was jacked up, I did TV off lyrics. And because I love TV off lyrics, I was like, I'm going to do TV off lyrics again because now you actually get to get them on a regular show. But I'm not going to try to spit them. I'm just going to try to read them nicely. Okay? So let's all hear Kendrick Lamar's TV off, second verse after Mustard. Ain't no other king in this rap thing, they siblings. Nothing but my children, one shot they disappearing. I'm in the city where the flag be getting thrown like it was pass interference, padlock around the building. Crash pulling up an unmarked truck just to play freeze tag. With a bone to pick like it was sea bass. So when I made it out, I made about 50K from a show. Trying to show niggas the ropes before they hung from a rope. I'm prophetic. They only talk about how I get it. Only good for saving grace seeing the cosmetics. How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We out the plyometric. Nigga ran up out of luck soon as I up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. You could die, I bet it. The mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walk in New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling. Mustard. Welcome to it's episode 566, and we can't convert your time to amplitude. I am your host, Entertainer 713, joined by my mama.
Annie.
You did not have to give your name. You just could have said, hey.
You could have just been mama.
My big sister.
What's up, everybody?
My oldest son.
What's up?
My youngest son.
Hey.
And, you know what it is. No box because of course he's in a whole nother state, and no Ant because he ain't back to doing show work yet.
Yeah,
but
his wife.
We outside and we kicking it and so forth and so on. No video this go around because of course I'm just sitting at the table with our remote equipment, and so that's just what it is. So you're gonna get a standard audio show this week. I'll probably put a nice piece of art up. It'll be lovely. Worry not. It'll probably be a picture of these Post Malone Oreos. Maybe the truck one. The truck one because I like it. Again, I don't put y'all out in the streets like that. You have to understand.
But I've consented. I have consented to be put out.
So that's how we get down. I am in Norfolk, West Virginia, where my big sister lives because my mama is in Norfolk, Virginia.
He ain't in West
And
Virginia.
the Commonwealth of Virginia. And if I say West Virginia, my apologies. I am in the Commonwealth of Virginia because my mama's here, and my mama came to visit my sister, which means I was like, if we do this, this, and this, we could probably slide down there. I talked to my boys, and they was like, yeah, I'm down for the get down. And so here we are, kicking it. I got to see my mama and my big sister, who I have not seen. We just did the maths a long time, for a very long time. I haven't seen since my brother's 50th birthday, which was, if I'm going to be 50 this year, 3 years ago. So 3 years in August of this year. So it's been a little bit since I've been with my actual family, and again, not with my big brother, who is not happy that I am here. Not that he's not happy that I'm here. He's happy that I'm here. He's unhappy that he cannot be here. But what am I gonna do, bro? I didn't know. I was just like, you gonna slide out? And everybody was like, yes. Everybody came to terms. I'm like, yes, we can slide out. And so we drove from Ohio down to Virginia.
And scared the bully chihuahuas out of their
You
mom.
can tell your part of the tale here shortly. But I used, for the first time, for a long trip, I used Apple Maps. And it took us in a funky way, because most of the time we'd end up dropping down through the Beltway around D.C. and just coming through that way, and we didn't. It took us to out of Breezewood into Maryland, from Maryland to West Virginia for a bit. We was in the state of West Virginia, then dropped into Virginia, all the way across Virginia. I can't say where we dropped in. I simply don't know. And so that was a wild and funky ride. The people of Virginia cannot drive. Or people driving through Virginia cannot drive. I don't want to pin it on all the
I
Virginians.
kind of second that, and I live here and been here for over 30.
They fine. Y'all just not aggressive enough. Okay, y'all, you gotta fight.
You do have to fight.
Just get away from each other.
Like, why can't I just like drive?
Nah, we playing NASCAR on my highway. It's pretty fun, I have to say.
It is anything but. It is nauseating when your son can whip the car. It's good that he can drive a car with like a racer, because you need that sometimes. But also, when you're tired, you've been driving and on the road for a very long time. Is a lot of like. Whew.
Oh, I fall asleep when you drive like that. Like we driving in the valley, we whipping, and I'm just like,
How long did it take y'all to get here?
9 hours.
It took a while.
We left at 12. We got here 9ish.
Okay.
It took the full time the clock said it would.
And what that was is so funny. Like we kept losing time and gaining back time and losing time and gaining back time because we kept hitting these little what they call in Germany stalls, which are like a 10-minute traffic stoppage, and there was no reason for it. There were accidents. There weren't police officers. There weren't cars tucked to the side of the road or stuff in the road. It was just all of a sudden 10 minutes, nobody's moving. It's ridiculous. And when we got real close, not to be doxing my sister. When we got to there's a tunnel over there you got to use basically to get into Norfolk, y'all, and that tunnel is currently under construction. So basically, they let a bunch of traffic go through the tunnel one direction, stop, then let a bunch of people go through traffic the other direction, and that
Is a nightmare.
it was like a half hour.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
During one of the traffic things, Xander was like singing and stuff, and then this dude in the truck, and I had like the windows both down, I'm laying in the back seat, and this dude like slows up and he just like side eyes me so hard, and he just like just a little up, and I'm like, bro, what is you doing? Like we made eye contact, we were like together for a second. I'm like, don't look at me.
You were so close and up close and
Yeah,
personal.
like, I don't want to be making eye contact with a random man on the road.
So my mother calls me while I'm driving, and I have to just pretend like I'm not driving directly to her. And she just mysteriously is like, where are you driving to? I'm like, that is not a question you present to me ever. So why in the pocket are you? Because I'll be driving I've been talking to my mom in my car all the time. So why now out of all the times is she like, where you driving to? As if she knew something. And I was like, what kind of question is that? Because I was like, hey, what you asking that for? Because I was of the concern that somebody had let it slip. I'm like, and it's only a couple people that know about it at this point. So it's like the only slipping is my children and my lady. Because even my sister don't know at this point.
Didn't have a clue.
Talk to my mom and have a whole conversation with my mom's and get off the phone with her and keep moving. I'm like, let me call because she tells my sister's not home. She goes, oh, Alicia doing this right now. And I'm like, all right, well, I can call Alicia now. so I call my sister who don't pick up.
Oh.
Just need you to know.
Yeah,
I just,
like she did
But I
not
called
pick up
you
the
back.
phone.
Facts, I do allow for that. But I just want to be letting you know, I'm saying, you call somebody from out of state, as far as they know. But whatever. But I'm like, and she's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, I'm about 2 hours from your house. Wow! And she was super excited.
Extremely.
So those 2 hours, then an additional probably hour passed because, like I said, people in Virginia can't drive. And I get to my sister's house. I'm like, does this doorbell work? I don't know if this doorbell works. So
It doesn't.
I push the doorbell and I'm like, I don't know if that doorbell works. So I give it a little rap at the chamber door. My kids are like, knock like the police.
No,
like,
you do not. I'm like, you knock like the police. You can't knock on that door.
I can't knock on glass like that. Yeah. And then I'm like, I push the doorbell again. Let's see. No. And then I knock some more. And I'm peeking up, and I'm like, there it is. I see the shadow moving. I'm like, there it is. And then my mother comes and answers the door, and Mama, you can have the show right now. Go. Tie me up.
I'll tell you
That's my cup,
before
dog.
I answered the
Oh,
door.
I just need cold water.
I live alone, so I'm very cautious about doorbells at night, knocks at night. So I'm sitting watching TV, and I hear what appears to be somebody checking the door, rattling the door. And I know that my daughter's bestie has a door key. And I know I thought my daughter would have a door key, but then I thought, well, let me give her a call. So I call her and I get a sleepy hello. And then I'm real scared. Then I get really scared. And I think she picked up on me being scared because she goes, what's wrong? And I tell her about it. And she says, well, I think you can go to the door, Mommy. I'm going to stay on the phone. And I took my time to get to the door, kind of cautiously. I opened that door and saw my baby boy. I thought I was going to pass right on out. And of course, when I opened the door, he hugs like a bear, which is a wonderful hug. And I wasn't supposed to be crying, but I noticed that I was.
And you were, and I was still on the phone in the midst of all of that.
And then I'm crying, I'm holding on, and then I realized it's a different texture body I'm holding on to. And I'm like, well, it's one of the kids, and I'm my babies, my babies. I promise you, I was probably a very ugly mama at that point, because
You were doing an ugly cry.
I know it was an ugly cry. I didn't see it in the mirror, but I promise you it had to be an ugly cry.
Well, I was crying on the other end of the phone.
It's okay. I literally had to go pee, so I just had to pass my mama off to one of my children and go to the restroom.
Like,
So.
I'm out, dog.
But the one thing about my baby boy and his boys is that they give the best hugs. So hugging them was quite nice, quite nice. But Lord knows, I'm glad I had taken my blood pressure meds for the day, because it probably would have been in the sky.
I was sharing with Zanman, I think I had a premonition because one day last week when I was leaving, I went to hug Mom, and when I hugged her, I saw your face, T. And I was like, oh my gosh, it startled me because it was the hug piece and how y'all hug. And I was like, oh, but I didn't say anything. So I think I probably knew y'all were coming. I can't even say it. I knew that because I didn't know. Y'all got me good. Because T called and was
For
like,
sure.
I'm 2 hours. 2 hours, what? What? And I think I started crying then, just the fact that you took the time out of your schedule.
Yeah, that
To drive.
is what touched me also. And may I ask, Leisha, were you thinking it was them at the door? Is that why you told me you thought it was okay to
I
go
knew
to the
it.
door?
I already knew it was them.
Oh, okay.
By
so
that
that's
time,
why.
I knew.
So that's why you told me it would be okay for me to go to the door. 'Cause
Yeah.
I do not. My grandson and my older son in Kansas, they both know if you're going over to Mama's house, you better have a key after dark, because I
don't feel like had I had a key, it would have been any better situation.
No,
Like, I know,
I
must be
could
hard.
probably been worse because I'd have probably. Oh Lord.
She would have passed out, thought it was the ghost of Christmas past.
It probably would have been. Oh my God. Yeah, it would have been bad.
Just a big
Real
man
bad.
walking in the crib like, what?
who this man?
There's a certain distance between you and the door at that point. It's like, I got a time to dip out, if I'm saying, but I come in the door, it's a problem. So.
Yeah.
That was good.
But
High
the
five
fact
to
that
all y'all.
you took up the whole door.
Yeah, my giant
So
man.
when I open the door, I'm looking dead at you.
I'm tall and wide, people. If you don't know, you know now.
Yep, for sure. Oh gosh, what a wonderful, unbelievable surprise.
It's It's
Best thing happening for a long time for me.
I'm glad for it. It's a quick turnaround. We'll head out in the morning, but I just wanted to come kick with my folk for a little bit, and I got to do just that.
Truly special.
And we went and walked the dog this morning. My sister has this what is it, King what?
Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
He's a black and
Sweetest
tan.
little creature ever.
And he's a vibey dog, and he don't act a fool and bark and scream like he don't know nobody. Like, I think I've met you before, and so we are up terms, sir. And he just came and kicked it with me. And
Took
we
a nap on me.
hung out, and I watched y'all know I watched a lot of Ted Lasso because it's my comfort show. And I introduced my mama to Ted Lasso, and now she understands why Ted Lasso is good, because Ted Lasso is real good.
I need to watch it. I've never seen it.
It's on your TV now. He put
It's
the Apple
one
TV
that I
on your
would
TV.
watch. I would take the effort to watch it. I always thought it was gonna be one of those stupid, comedies, but it's not.
No, it's a lot like Scrubs, because the guy who made Scrubs makes that. So it's funny, but it has a little drama sprinkled in there.
I can't watch early Ted Lasso because I'm looking at Nate and I'm like, I hate you.
No,
but you being so cutesy now.
No, see what it is. The fun part about that, don't go ruining things, but still, the fun part about that to me is when I watch reaction videos a lot. I watch people watching things I've watched because I like seeing people experience the things I've experienced for the first time, and I love hearing them say, "Oh, I love this character." And I go, "Till you don't."
And I'm like, I can't, because he's being so cute. I'm like, wow, I love you, so sweet, but I know what you are.
I have to chuckle. I have to chuckle at that.
Mercy.
But yeah, man, I just kicked it. I'm just been vibing with my folk, and it's been lovely to do just that, and that's what it is. And like when I get with them, I'm always like, I bring my recording equipment, and I'm like, let's make a show. And so here's your show for this week. You get this episode 566. Yes, I did the math right. Yes, this is 566. The 565 redo is the one that came out this past week. I told Dan the other day we was not doing no show, and he sent me a very sad gift. And I can never tell if he's actually sad or jokingly sad. So
maybe you gotta just ask my man. Like, you need to chop it up for like a little bit. I love you.
But this will be your show for this week, y'all, and then me and Box will get back to it as it is. But yeah, there you go. That's what it is. So a normal show works like I do. I read a couple articles and we discuss. But I'm not reading articles this week because I don't feel like reading any articles. We did just find out today that a restaurant is going to get. We're going to get a restaurant style arcade situation near where I stay at sooner than later. And so I'm excited about that coming back. We had one before that ended up moving because the space was in was very tight, and it moved. And that's when we went to for Xander's birthday, and they moved to over by the West Side Market.
Okay.
But now they're gonna bring one back around on the west side here, so I'm excited about that.
I heard y'all talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm all about that life. I mean, it's like I'm not a drinker like that, so it's not whatever. But I am always a fan of video games.
It was such a bougie bar. Like, I'm not drinking, but like all the drinks I saw, like the man was slapping the mint and stuff. He like these fancy cups, and you got like, wow. You don't take cash either. Like, this is a fancy bar.
It's like they just.
Is it an arcade?
Yeah, and all the games were free. Like, we was just, me and Gloria, because I brought my best friend.
Free?
Yeah, we was just running around playing games. They had like skee ball. We was just playing our little games.
How do they do it for free?
They charge you a lot for drinks and food.
The drinks were like
no, and that was and then food. They don't even have food, but you can bring food in. They cool
like
with you bring food.
We left. We got ice cream. We came back.
That is so cool.
And they do,
I
like,
love the concept.
Yeah, they do a family. Was it a family night or like they do a night where I come in because I'm underage?
They do on Sundays. People under 21 can come in, which is so funny because like the point of going there for Xander's birthday was Xander always wanted to go to that bar, but he knew he wasn't old enough. And as it turns out, we probably could have went forever ago because we just would have had to go on a Sunday. But it was nice to experience his 21st birthday there.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
they have like a big wall that's like a big light bright, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
a big light bright.
Yeah.
You're bringing back fond memories for me.
I loved my light bright as a kid.
Listen, so did I.
Somebody, it was like you know you old if you know what this is, and it was a Merlin. And I had to choke because I know you had one. You probably got that Merlin somewhere, right? Is that Mom's house or somewhere? It's somewhere. I feel like that Merlin around.
It's somewhere in the world.
I don't think so. Yeah, somebody else owns it. But that's like, I think I sent you something with a Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, you know I got a Teddy Ruxpin in my house, right?
I know.
Hate him so much.
You found a Teddy Ruxpin?
Well, yeah. Because we got it for Vanessa. Because Vanessa, the funny part, Vanessa is had a Teddy Ruxpin when she was little, and I think one of her cousins took it or whatever. And so I ended up getting her one, or somebody. Don't give me the line. Don't have me say I did it and I didn't. Either I did it or one of her folk did it.
It was either her dad, because her dad always be getting the random moves.
No,
her dad is a hater.
No, but it might have been one of her sisters. I truly don't recall. And so we do have a Teddy Ruxpin that sits on our
that is so
dresser.
cool.
I hate him so much.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy looking now.
I'm like going in the bedroom, like, I'm gonna go get me a little hoodie, I'm gonna get me a little sweater. Oh,
It's
I
almost
hate
like
you.
the Chucky
What's her
doll.
nickname in the family of Teddy Ruxpin?
Oh, that's because when I first met Vanessa's.
Jesse.
I know, but I just have to run down the numbers. The third of those 4 girls, that is Vanessa and her sisters. She was like, "Oh, Teddy Ruxpin," so she calls me Teddy Ruxpin when she met me, and that's her nickname for me.
Tessie Ruxpin.
Yeah.
She's always
Yeah.
British when she says it.
Correct.
The loss of your Teddy Ruxpin has always kind of haunted me because
That was beneficial.
it was
He's
basically
terrifying.
my fault. I
I hold none of this.
he doesn't remember.
I don't know why you are holding on to weight like that. It's
I
just,
feel like we need a violin player in the background.
Hey, we were moving from Cleveland to Atlanta, and in your room was this big old box that had held some appliance, and we kept. That's where you guys had kept your toys and things, and I had gone up and getting things packed up. I had took everything that was valuable out of that box and put it somewhere else. What was in the box was trash. I did not tell you. You had Teddy Ruxpin downstairs, and I asked you to be sure that you made sure that everything you needed was either packed up or ready to be packed. You took it back upstairs and put it back in the toy box, which is what we use that big box for. And somebody asked me about the box, and I said, "Oh no, that's trash." We didn't, and that's where Teddy was.
truly, not even the slightest recollection of this in my mind. I had, so free yourself of this. It is nothing that should weigh on your heart ever again.
Well, it not because of you so much as that I was just so. It was one of those times when I was just ready to be done.
Nah, man, you good, bruh.
Let it go, Mom.
It's a Teddy Ruxpin. It's a Teddy Ruxpin on the shelf right now.
Maybe
And I guess the other reason I held on to it, and that's what I was going to tell you, and I just gave it to Journey. I had your Teddy Ruxpin book that came with the bag.
Oh, with the tape? Oh, with the tape? Yeah. I don't think we got no tapes. We have put tapes in Teddy Ruxpin because tapes will work.
Sure.
It just don't sync up. But we know how to get it to sync up. We just need more equipment, and that's not something we're willing to do. But you need a 4-track recorder basically, and you need basically you got to set it up to record the data that it needs to sync up with the mouth, and the eyes, and stuff. But you'll see on the internet sometimes people will do that. They'll like put a Wu-Tang tape in there and that they set up right.
I bet that's cool.
I think it's pretty hilarious.
Yes.
So that's
We had the best games and toys back in the day. Stretch Armstrong.
full of corn syrup.
Yeah.
You and your brother operated on Stretch Armstrong.
Full of corn syrup, as it turns out.
End up putting Band-Aids on it to keep the jelly
The
from
ooze,
coming out.
the red ooze.
I gotta
I
put
need
my
you-
easy bake oven.
I need you to understand that Stretch Armstrong was full of delicious if you wanted it to be.
I think they still make toys full of corn syrup like now.
I didn't realize it was tasty.
I just know it's corn syrup, and it's like the consistency of it is so. I can feel that in my hands just talking
Me
about it
too,
right now. That's
because I
crazy.
can remember squeezing on it.
Yeah.
That Slinkies.
Yeah, those were great.
Slinkies were
toys.
like my favorite snack.
Slinkies don't speak highly to me, but I get that.
I mean, taking it because we lived in Michigan and we had the stairs. So I remember going down the stairs to Slinky.
You know what I miss about us as the me and my y'all? I miss our board games, Yahtzee and
We used to play board games a lot.
Dad's a boy game hater.
Trouble.
Trouble, and what was the one with the 4 you drop the Connect Four. I miss that.
Vanessa
Operation.
regularly tries to get me to play board games. I do not like board games.
You
We
know,
have so
I
many,
want
too.
to Yahtzee. I see Yahtzee as a game on the net, and but I can't remember how to play it.
Like, we've owned the same thing of Yahtzee for probably my entire life. I don't think we've ever played Yahtzee once.
Bruh. Couldn't tell you how to play
That
the
we
to save
had
my
so
life.
much fun, and Yahtzee was his thing. Yahtzee,
And he has no memory.
And so,
He doesn't
apparently,
remember
once upon a
anything.
time I enjoyed Yahtzee, but no,
He
but see,
remembered going on ventures. I bet you.
we have what just makes us us, and it's just that's people have their own mind. My children, it's fun to me when I think about it now. They have their own full lived lives that I'm just unaware of or not a part of, just because they are who they are. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. They are who they are, and they do what they do, and so therefore I don't know it. They don't know. We know what we can know, but nothing, but no more, and that's just.
You don't know the entirety.
Yeah, you can never know the entirety of another person.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Ever.
I dig it, man. It's an interesting part of parenting and just being a person in general is like kind of understanding. Nah, you can't understand folk all the way.
Like, I see children. I have picture you when you was a little kid before you had glasses. I'm like that's not my dad. That's not my
That is
dad.
a
He used to have
old picture.
so much hair
No,
when he was younger.
He was bald, not bald, but like he had a buzz short. He has like a little collar on.
Yeah, my little polo joint. That's at North Haven when I was in Tennessee. I know where that picture's at. I can tell you almost where it was at specifically on the street because it's just like as you go into the whatever. I have no
Subdivision.
idea. No, that's north at the school, the elementary school.
Oh, the elementary school. Got it.
Yeah, because it would be before 4th grade because that's when you got your glasses.
Yeah.
So like 3rd grade
for sure.
Third grade.
Third grade,
Third grade,
or during
4th grade part
Third
1.
grade.
Or 4th grade, the remix, or the original.
4th grade part 1.
You got put back?
Yeah, he couldn't see, so they
And
made
I
him do
don't
it
remember
again.
that.
I don't remember that, T.
Yeah, on my first day of 4th grade, he gave me like a
And
rundown.
again,
Like, bro, I
a lived
failed 4th
experience.
grade.
I can tell you clearly that I failed the 4th grade
Are you
because
serious?
we had a teacher who left. They brought in Miss Nora McGowan. Can tell you her full name because she was such an amazing person. And I think I looked her up recently in recent years. And at last check, she was alive, which was great. But also, I think she was still teaching at a Catholic school down in Tennessee somewhere.
And you know what? That
She
makes
was young.
sense.
She was super young when we met her, which is why she was so cool.
Okay. She should be
Because I was in 10th grade, so that makes sense that I didn't know.
Yeah, and so
I don't remember.
and then when I went back for the second go round, and the one teacher had come back and was still the son of a so and so that she was, but she was, I don't know, she tried to be better, but she was just not a good person. Sometimes some people is built for whatever. Plus, you never know at that day and age. It could have been racism. It could have been, you just don't know. So,
This one,
think
my choir teacher that I had for the last 2 years in elementary school that I hated because one time I'm crying and she go, "Why you crying?" I'm like, "My mom's dead." She go, "When that happened?" I'm like, "Last year." She's like, "You fine now." Okay, that's not your choice, whatever. I saw her recently because the elementary school was up on my school, and I'm like, "You look sad still. You look like a sad person. You look like you lived a sad life, and you deserve it, honestly."
Not my goat, Miss Heisey.
No, I loved Miss Heisey. Was the new girl.
I had a bad experience in 4th grade too. So to hear yours, I barely made it out of 4th grade. And that's because we had just moved to Milton, and I had the worst 4th grade teacher from
Hard.
hell.
Wellington East. Yeah.
She was horrible.
I love my 4th grade teacher. Yeah,
But then I went to an all-black school. What's up, Woodstock Elementary, with the best teachers.
I gotta tell you, I never thought of Woodstock as all black. That's funny that you do.
I do, because all my teachers from 5th grade, 5th, 6th, I had all black teachers.
I had one black
except
teacher,
my
like, my entire
my
career.
social studies teacher was white, and he was crazy. I remember him flipping desk over.
I had a teacher like that.
It's
Mr.
a
Smith, yeah.
vivid memory. But I remember Miss Stapleton, Miss Staten. Miss Staten was my first black teacher I ever remember, and I remember her getting fired because she paddled.
Ooh.
a student, and it was on TV.
It was on TV?
No, well, what happened was the parents took pictures of the child's rear end and ended up on the news because that's when you used to go.
Flicks on the news.
I mean, hey,
You just cover the crack in his cheek.
right, just
I
the
don't want
left
just
cheek
my
out.
cheeks on the news.
So in Woodstock, it was Miss Murray was my kindergarten teacher. Don't know how I remember that.
Wow.
Two things I can pull you from kindergarten.
I know my kindergarten teacher's first last name.
I ain't gonna tell you my life. I'm gonna tell you my life. Miss Murray, kindergarten teacher. What I remember about kindergarten is having a yellow blanket and the light. It was one light that stayed on the room. We had nap time. And they turn the lights off, but it'd be that one light, and I was just having to nap under the light, and I was like, that's some trash. How you expect me to sleep under this? Which is not. Miss Parks, who was my mama's third grade teacher, was my first grade teacher.
I remember that.
That's wild.
My second grade teacher
My first
was
grade
a white
teacher
woman.
also.
And I can't tell you her name. Said, was Miss Willow? Something like that. And she was fine. My third grade teacher was when we went to, not fine as an attractive. She was fine.
Okay, because I'm like, what?
No. Third grade teacher was at North Haven, and that was Miss Wyndham, who I remember because her daughter also went to that school, and her daughter was a brat. And Miss Wyndham was so sweet, it made no sense. None of these things, whatever.
While you talking, I'm having memories now of a Tamia or a little girl that you used to like.
You still remember on West Avenue? Yeah, I remember that.
Tate Jones.
Taruru Hate Jones.
And he had to say the whole name. I never understood that.
What was that, third grade?
No, that's it was because
Second or-
we were still on West Avenue, so that had to be second.
Yeah,
At
second.
the maximum second.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you
I was
always
not
talk.
crushing on people that young. Like I never found people attractive at that age.
I mean, and he would, if you said just to move, he had to,
I
you
wonder
had
where
to give
she's
the
at.
whole name.
If I could spell her name, I'd probably go look her up.
Well, no, look, as a kid though, I was
Jones.
not trying to mess with boys. So
Well, hey. It's a wild. West Avenue. So we live. I mean, it's a street in Tennessee. Still to this day, it exists. West Avenue. We had a house on West Avenue. Several things went down at that house that I can recall. Dictate. One, I have a large scar on my left leg from my brother pushing me on the bumper of a car. Then, years later, I found out he told my mom I fell off a bike. I didn't know how to ride a bike because who taught me how to ride a bike? That woman right there, my big sister. Years later, taught me how to ride a bike. So these are two separate homes and environments and possibilities. So clearly, no, that didn't happen like that. Didn't know about that till I was a grown ass man. You gotta know that.
you were full grown man.
Yeah, before I was like, oh, that's the story that was told. Okay, so that was one thing. Jumping off the roof of the garage.
Oh, you said it like Vanessa.
Onto a
Little piece of foam.
Yes.
Because my brother said it'll work.
And we love wrestling, watching wrestling
kill
on
my baby.
Saturdays. And you speaking of Russ Avenue?
Yeah.
Okay, my fond memories, I have like 3. The tornado that happened and you
On
and Chris,
Yes.
are in the back of the house and mama running to make sure her boys are okay. And the tornado
Breaking the windows
and everything, but the houses across the street flattened.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember the cat giving birth in the bedroom.
No recollection
In
of that.
My closet.
in the closet, in mama's closet on a thing of clothes.
I ain't forgiving the cat for that one, man.
Yeah.
Cleopatra.
And then the other one I remember is when my granddaddy, we had the cookout with the whole hog
Yes.
And
on
we-
the pit.
on the pit.
Family reunion. My dad always had.
Pig.
What I remember
Where you get a whole pig
is
from?
granddaddy cracking a
raised them.
snake's
He
neck
raised
in the
pig.
kitchen of that house.
Yes.
I remember that.
I was wondering if you all remember
Yes.
that.
I remember hearing the snake crawl from
Around in the kitchen.
In the kitchen,
wall.
and I opened up the cabinet.
Yes,
and the snake was sitting there, and I screamed.
I'm moving out.
Mama called that granddaddy. Granddaddy came and saw what you
And
saw.
I truly believe he just smacked him with maybe the broom.
No,
He
he
took it.
reached. This is the way your grandpa dealt with snakes. He would grab them behind their head, right up behind their head.
Like the scruff of the snake.
And he would take it and twirl it around his head like like it was a lasso.
Yeehaw!
And he would snap it, and he would break its neck.
Fascinating.
And you'd hear that crack. That was he did that. We, as a child, we had to clean our church.
Is that
It
like
was
a
an
normal thing?
old black church, and it was really should have been condemned. At the point that we were cleaning, the roof was open, so pigeons lived inside, so we had to go clean up pigeon stuff every Saturday to prepare the church for Sunday worship. This particular time, we were cleaning and we pulled out some, back then soda pop came in wooden cases.
Mm-hmm.
We pulled cases out and there's this snake curled up. My uncle, and this is where I lost a whole lot of respect for Uncle Chris. Uncle Chris was
How many Chris's are there?
standing out away. We stepped to the door and looked at him. He was cutting hedges and said, "There's a snake in here." And he said, "Huh?" We go through this a couple of times. He says, "Well, maybe you ought to call your daddy. He might want to keep it or something." He was scared, and I know that was the reason. He was scared of the snake, and he would not do anything. We were so upset with him.
I guess, bro. I'm not doing that with a snake in 2025, so I'm gonna be all right.
In elementary school,
Whatever.
we had a pet snake. Like in elementary school, we had like a class pet snake, and it like escaped at one point. And then we have this. She still works there, the janitor. She was like an older lady. She smokes cigarettes. You can hear it in her voice, and I've seen her you'll see her around the school, just smoking cigarettes. And she had to snatch up our snake and return our snake.
Yeah.
It's not for me, man. I'm not built for that.
Snakes were not a problem for my dad.
I don't think that woman was paid enough to do that.
Definitely not.
I remember burning trash, being able to burn trash in the
I
backyard.
remember having a barrel
You
back
remember
there.
that?
Yes, yeah.
And the barrels in the backyard.
Yeah.
Wow, what a time.
And the canisters, I know that on the back of canister aerosol cans, they was do not put them in the
Don't put them in a fire.
fire.
Yeah, don't incinerate.
But of course, us being children,
We gonna put them in the fire.
and your brother Christopher, we're gonna put them in the fire and pretty much have fireworks in the backyard.
Nope, that one passed by as well.
That was a regular occurrence.
It was.
I still do like that. That's
Because
just a fun
Christopher
activity.
Lynn discovered it.
I
and
love that.
After that, it was a regular
we got an
occurrence.
activity. It's time to do the trash.
Yeah, those aerosol cans
Those were the
regular.
days.
Yeah, we bounced all over Tennessee, in the general Memphis, Millington area of Tennessee, in my youth before we came to Ohio and so forth. So
Yeah.
I kind of have all kinds of little spotty memories here and there of that. It's wild to get older and to be like, kind of this, kind of that. It's like, and trying to discover your folk and who folk. You still, I mean, yo. I know she exists and it's still, but Melissa and her
Yeah.
Irish.
Irish is her sister.
Whoa!
Yes. And her brother James.
Boy, that's a good 45-year-old memory right there. 40-something-year-old memory right there.
Yes.
Wait, put your arm back. It was warm.
Yeah. So that's funny. Just because I was my sister's best friend, and her sister was cool, and her brother. And I feel like her brother didn't really kick it with us, but he was older. What's up?
I thought you had a crush on Irish.
I mean, but I don't.
Or maybe Irish had a crush on you. I
I'm
don't
gonna just
know.
go with she existed as a person. I remember
Yeah.
her.
Yup, Melissa, best friend,
Glasses.
childhood
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah. So,
Still stay in touch with her.
oh, cool. That's very, very, very cool. And so, yeah, just like Tennessee, we might be going. Well, at least two of these people at this table will definitely be there, and the rest of us hopefully will be there. We'll slide down there. We got a family reunion this year, and I'll probably bring this stuff with us and make somebody record something with me because
Yeah,
I
that
like
would be
doing
nice.
that.
Would love it.
The history of family reunions in African American studies.
What about it?
It was a thing because after slavery, a lot of families were separated.
Yeah.
Because of slavery, and it became a thing. Like they would put in newspapers, this person, this name, or this is the name they were known by, and it became like a thing for Black families to reunite after being taken apart by slavery.
Yeah.
Very cool. I didn't know that. So there you go. Very cool.
That was one of the reasons your grandpa called us together as a family. In 1973, we held our first family reunion. We had a funeral of some relative or another, and my dad came to us after the reunion, after the
The repast. I get you.
Repast.
Yeah.
and he was really, he was hurt because of whoever had passed. It was some relative of his. But he was in real, and he was like, "You chillin'?" That's how he called. "You chillin'? I mean it." And he was raised his voice, and I don't want to have us come together now one more time to cry. I want us to come together so we can have us a good time. And I want it. I don't want to have another tear us coming together, because all of us children did come home. It had to have been either his mom or his dad that passed, because all of the siblings were there. And he didn't delegate anybody do this. He just told us, and he just was so firm on it that I don't know who took the lead, but we ended up agreeing that the following year we would it was his mother, because she died in 71. She died the same year.
4 years before.
But anyway, that's how we started coming together. And it began at his church, the AME church. They did a lot of fundraising, and one of the fundraisers for the church was called the birthday clubs. My dad's birthday was June the 6th, so his Sunday was, and it was always the second Sunday. So his Sunday was the second Sunday in June, and that's how we started having the family reunion. And the ending, the last thing we did as a part of the family reunion was to have the worship service. And then my dad also started something with us that I try to carry on even now, is we were never to depart each other's company without a circle family prayer. So anytime anyone leaves my presence, I try to do that, because it has remained very precious to me. And I feel like it's a good thing. I mean, you're going away. We don't know if we're gonna when and if we'll see each other again. We have plans to meet up with each other, but we don't know. So. But the family reunion was something. My mom didn't care a lot for it, but for my dad, it was the most very important thing for him. And I think because, like I said, one part of it was simply because even though he was the baby boy in his family, he ended up being the caretaker of his family. And he had to take care of all of his sisters. It was 2 boys, but his older brother passed away. So he ended up having to take care of the family. And all of the girls had issues that my daddy had to help with. I'll just put it like that.
Hey man, it's the time we lived. They lived in this particular one. I didn't exist at all. So, but hey, it's
all good.
Yeah.
It turned out to be a good thing. So I am looking forward to the reunion. When it first started, I was not. I just didn't. It wasn't there. But now, as I see you children's generation picking up the baton, I'm getting excited. Because I honestly, I didn't expect it to go as well as it's going. And the leaders of it have picked up the reins and they're running with it, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it now.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Tennessee is so unusual to me when I go back to it, because it's like I have memories of it, but I don't. I can kind of drive around Tennessee, sort of, but I can't really just go whipping around Tennessee with a real clean recollection of where I'm at. Because it's just not like it is anymore. Like, I ain't been in Atlanta since I left Atlanta, so I have no idea what Atlanta is at this point.
I think we could go to Brown.
So I have to always just I wonder what is what with them situations. But I go back to Tennessee, and like I said, I see my folk, I see my cousin, and so forth. I'm relatively tight with my cousin King, man. We chat on like the social, so you know what I'm saying. We still kick it and talk that talk. Because once I got off of Facebook, a lot of cousins I did kind of have relationships with, I kind of left because I'm just not on Facebook, and so there's no disrespect to it. It's just Facebook ain't for your boy. No, I try not to get down
I'm with you on that.
with the general meta universe, which is why I've been trying my best to not use. Which is why like people be hitting us like, hey, every now and then I have to go check the Instagram for the show and stuff, and people have reached out to us, and I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, man, we don't be over here anymore, and
Where are y'all at?
Blue Sky. We use Blue Sky, which is a open concept kind of situation, not owned by a bunch of billionaires.
Okay.
And even then, it's just only thing I use it for is to say, hey, the show is live. Come join us in the chat. And that's about it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't even do too much with it. I just kind of got the socials don't social, and as they used to, and so I don't really use them like that. Okay, it's Lakers versus Celtics tonight. I was like, why is this watch buzzing? Because it's an important game. So,
well, I'm gonna have to bow out gracefully.
Oh yeah, you gotta go handle your business.
I'm dog sitting.
It's all good. Get it to you. I love you. I don't know. Just come. What are you doing in the morning? Like when you coming home? I gotta figure out when I'm leaving, and I want to leave without seeing you. But I mean, if I gotta leave without seeing, it's gonna be I left without seeing you. It is what it is.
I leave there at 10, so I would get here at 10:15.
We'll see if we can work that work.
Okay.
So then there you go. See, I said about 10 o'clock. So there it is.
You say about 10 o'clock, and then it's like, oh, I gotta go get the car. I gotta go shower right before we leave. I hate that you do that.
I'm sorry, I had to shower.
It's like we could have showered yesterday. We could have showered last night.
Oh my God.
We could have showered last night. Why are we showering and then leaving?
I can't go like 7:40.
The moment before you leave.
Yeah, it's like he came home from fixing the car. I'm like, oh wait, yeah, we about to dip because he said he's gonna fix the car, then we gonna leave. He go upstairs and takes a shower. Why we shower last night?
Want to be fresh on the road. Be fresh and not funky around y'all.
Anywho.
You being funky at the dealership?
What you say?
So you being funky at the dealership?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I didn't care. Who cares? Them strangers too.
Them strangers know
He wanted to be fresh
That's
for
why you're gonna
you.
take their car back.
For you and
That's a
you.
shot.
Yeah, crazy.
Anywho, here I'm just gonna push a button and then when we come back, we'll be back. So there you go. Here, watch.
Where's my voice when we come back?
It's going. That is just going. Yeah, it is. So. See, just like that, we're back. That one doesn't loop. I have to hold the button for it. The other ones actually do what I need them to do is I'll push it once and it goes. But that one I gotta hold the button or it don't work. I think the same one for this one. Oh no, that one's a one push too. That came with that. I didn't add that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You ever feeling a little sad, you know?
Well, my big sister had to dip out. She went to go hang out with some dogs. I'm not lying. She really did go hang out with some dogs. It's crazy.
So baby sit.
But standard show fare, you know what it is. That's basically you've been told the stories of this, that, and the third, which means we have to move over to the mean streets of Reddit, where
I like Reddit.
for years and before it was cool, we would go visit the subreddit AITA.
Yeah,
I told you I'm trying not to cuss in front of my mama. And
But
so
that one, that's not a problem for me because I like that
That's just
one.
reading.
I like that one.
So I pulled two this week, and y'all can tell which one y'all want to hear first, and we are going to decide if the person we're talking about is or is not an asshole. What are we doing here? Oh, it's coming back April 4th. All right. After I asked for telling my girlfriend to just let me watch a movie. That's one of your options, and the second one is. Am the asshole for feeding my family a fish dinner while I eat steak and potatoes?
I like the second one because the first one was like, no, let me watch my movie.
You're going to get them both, but
the first one.
The first one is what we'll go for first.
That one's boring.
All right. Am I the asshole for feeding my family a fish dinner while I eat steak and potatoes? Just taking that title, does this person seem like a bad person?
Like, no, that's like me making steak for me and then like making you what you like. Because what if you don't like steak?
Okay.
You know me, I eat like I'm 5. I'm cracking pasta. I don't care.
Yeah, it's like, what if I'm just making it for me because you guys don't like
It
that?
depends, and my question is, I need to hear more, I guess.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying.
I can't. Right off the bat, I would say, without knowing the background, I would say, yeah, But that's because I'm a mama.
Fair enough. Let's start. So apparently we don't get many characters, so I'll try my best to make this short and simple and straight to the point. I am 3 months pregnant, and almost every day I've been craving steak and sour cream baked potatoes. I never really cared for steak. I'm more of a chicken fingers and fries girly. But I'm guessing the baby must have loved steak in a past life, because it's literally the only thing all that I crave, and I don't even care for it. Today I made my family baked pizza spaghetti. Baked pizza spaghetti. That is one turn of phrase. There is no commas there. With fried.
You wrong for that. That's why you wrong, because you made them that.
Hold on.
Maybe it should have been baked ziti.
No.
Baked ziti.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So what I have to do is I got to take what they word.
Yeah, we do.
So it's my family baked pizza spaghetti with fried catfish, a lunch eat salad, which is a salad with chopped deli meat. I didn't know that, and dinner rolls. I, of course, am making the same dish I've been eating for almost every day. I've been eating for almost every day these last few months. I pretty much make 2 separate meals each night for my cravings. Last night, after I served the kids and was getting ready to make my fiance plate, baby, quit breathing into that microphone. Breathing. I was like, what? I was like, a window or what? Okay. After I served the kids and was getting ready to make my fiance's plate, he expressed he wanted steak and potatoes like me. Mind you, he was aware of the menu because I have my meals planned the night before. I told him I only had that one steak for me. He said, well, we can share. I politely told him that I will need to eat all my food since I am feeding for 2, and this is all I have for the night. Knowing I'll most likely still be hungry whilst you guys have a meal you can come back to for seconds. I am now, in his words, a selfish woman, using pregnancy as an excuse to be selfish.
If you want a steak so bad, cook yourself a steak. You're a grown man.
For real. I asked what's different about today than all the other days, when I've literally been eating the same shit almost every day with no complaints. He said nothing, but shook his head and said, it's the principal, babe, and just walked off. We've barely spoken since. Just a dry good morning and goodbye. AITA?
No.
Question mark? Maybe if he expressed that he wanted the same thing as me, I would have prepared for it. Yeah. But he literally always eats what I make. I didn't know I had to be a mind reader. No, you're of course not dancing in this situation.
No, not at all.
But your man sound like he might.
Yeah,
that's a grown man. If you want a steak so bad, make yourself a steak.
And then I hate I hate when Reddit has a habit of jumping to this and saying you should break up with that man, because I try not to be that kind of guy. But somebody who is approaching you like that while you're pregnant and cooking for him makes me not like him
you
as a person.
should be happy enough that I'm cooking for you at all.
Yeah.
What it sounds like to me from being in those days. There is a time when men want to create drama so that they can go do something else or leave the house or go do something. So I'm gonna start a disagreement with you, and you're gonna get upset, and I can leave. That's what it sounds like to me. So no, she is not. No, and under no circumstance.
Trashy dude. I gotta be real with you. You don't want to kick with a person like that much. I mean, I guess that's your fiance and the father
sounds like
of your
they got
child.
a couple kids.
But when he doing that, I feel like my mama right. He might just be trying to find a fight. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
they just ain't talk to each other about it for like days. He said, we just didn't talk to each other no more. It's just been
like she ain't make mistakes, so now I'm just not talking to you anymore.
Yeah,
like what?
Come on, bro.
You are both grown people. Have a conversation.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, there's something. There's something else.
Yeah.
There's fish in there.
In the comments, not the asshole, but you might want to get your iron levels checked. Craving red meat can be a sign of low iron. How lovely of Reddit. Sometimes Reddit just be
you're not wrong,
the most
but
nice
you might be anemic.
Yeah. Let's see. I never craved steak and was raised vegetarian except for my 3rd pregnancy, and my iron levels were fine. I also craved stovetop stuffing, and I'd never eaten it before in my life before that pregnancy. That was the only pregnancy where I would be talking, and vomit would just come out of my mouth without warning.
Oh my goodness! Ooh, goodness.
Well, there you go, y'all.
Ooh.
Maybe I don't want children because that sounds foul.
This person says she's eating steak every night. I'm going to guess that her body asks for, and she is served it some awesome dose of Hema iron here. And if they checked her levels, they'd come back normal. I actually craved sweets when I was iron deficient. My midwife caught it. Super weird how things happen in pregnancy. There you go.
Mm-hmm. They are.
Not the asshole. You're already making 2 separate meals every single night to satisfy your cravings while still feeding the entire family. That alone is more than enough. The fact that this man had a whole ass meal in front of him, one that you took the time to plan and cook, yet decided to sulk and guilt trip you because he suddenly wanted what was on your plate is ridiculous. If the principle is so important to him, then he can get his ass in the kitchen and cook his own damn steak next time.
Amen.
You are growing a whole human inside of you. You don't have time to be dealing with a grown man acting like a pouty toddler who didn't get the same Happy Meal toy. I think as you can understand, I side with that person's situation. So get out of here, dog. You wrong for that.
My cookie has a guitar on it.
Oh, very cool. All right, for the other one. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend to just let me watch a movie?
I feel like you say the same stuff to Vanessa sometimes. So you're just like, let me watch my show, bro.
I try to be decent about it, but you're right. I had to be like, hey, man, come on, bro. You know that thing when you come home, tell each other about your, come home and it's literally missing the N right there. I'm like, AD, what is going on? When you come home and tell each other about your day. My girlfriend has this habit of only doing it when I'm trying to pay attention to something else. I come home, she doesn't talk about anything. We do chores that need doing. I try to start a conversation while doing them, and she barely responds. We make dinner together in complete silence. If I try to initiate conversation, she just gives me one-word answers or ha-has. Again, she says nothing about her day. We sit down and have dinner and eat in complete silence. Again, she barely responds when I try to start a conversation. Then after dinner, we sit down to relax a bit. I wait to see if she wants to talk about anything, and she's just scrolling through her phone. So then I start watching a movie or then a show or a show, and then as soon as it starts, suddenly she starts telling me all about her day. I'm the kind of person who doesn't put on a movie or for just for background noise. If I'm watching a movie, then I'm watching it. That's it. I'm trying to pay attention to the movie, and she's rambling on about what happened at work, what she needs from the supermarket, what her dad said on the phone, what she needs to do tomorrow, what happened with her sister, and on and on and on. And then she gets mad at me when I only give her one word replies like she gives me. I've asked her before why she doesn't talk up during dinner, but she just got angry and never explained. So yesterday we start watching the movie, and like usual, she starts talking and not paying any attention. And then she starts complaining that the movie doesn't make any sense and she's not understanding the story. I told her it would make sense if she was paying attention, and she got mad and said that I only care about the movies and don't care what she has to say. I tried to tell her that I always try to start conversations with her, but she never engages and only starts talking after I've already started doing something else. She said I never talk about anything interesting, so I told her her work stories aren't interesting either. Now she's mad at me and giving me now she's mad at me and giving me the silent treatment. Too long didn't read. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend to let me watch a movie instead of talking through it?
Not at all.
No, this
Not
just sounds
at all.
like she's just
and
trying to upset
enjoy
you.
the silent treatment. Trust me, because to me, the girl is an attention grabber. She just wants you to be right in her. She wants the attention. She's like a baby.
It sounds like you might be able to just go watch the movies now. You say, I'm not talking
Spoiled
anymore.
brat.
You gotta watch the movies.
What? Silent treatment? When I can finally watch my show.
There you go. Go watch your shows, son. Enjoy the silent treatment. And when she gets really angry, just smile.
Like, no, I've tried to talk to you. You think I genuinely want to hear about, like, the office today? No, I love you and I want to just hear you talk. I don't care about I genuinely don't care what you did at the office today most of the time. I just love you. But I will still listen. I'm still trying to have a conversation with you. You are not trying to converse. I tried. I did my part. You cannot be complaining now.
Fair.
Not at all.
This is the comments, not the asshole. Sounds like you give her plenty of chances to tell you about everything she ignores them. Only to start to talk to you when you start doing something on your own. if she's as consistent with this behavior as you say, it sounds like she's doing it with malice aforethought. If it had to be, it has to be really frustrating because after you asked her why she does it, you didn't get an answer. Maybe she didn't try to keep. Maybe she's trying to keep your attention on her instead of a movie or whatever you're watching. What she's trying to do is shift the blame back on you by saying that you don't talk about anything interesting. That's an insult, by the way. When you said the same thing about her topics, now she's mad and not talking at all. In other words, she's mad at you because you told her the same thing about her she said about you. It does sound like something she's doing on purpose, which makes it even more annoying. Can you maybe try wearing headphones to watch a movie? I'm thinking it may be easier to ignore her if you're wearing them. The bottom line here is that neither of you are finding the other's topics of choice very interesting or engaging. You might want to put some thought into that if you're considering making her an even larger part of your life. People need to be at least somewhat interested in what their partner is doing and saying, or there's not much point being together. Fair enough. That's a good response. Let's see if anybody else saying anything.
That's wild. Yeah, you actually really boring.
That's diabolical.
Yeah.
Bro, you my girlfriend. What? Like, how was your day?
Oh, here.
Actually, I don't care.
This is one.
They said, why are you talking?
Like, how was your day? I actually don't care.
See, that the fact that he's willing to ask, how was your day?
Yeah.
Says to me that even though he says he's not interested, he wouldn't ask the question if he wasn't interested.
Yeah.
What her answers may be boring, yes, but he at least wants to know, how was your day?
Yeah.
And I'm sure it would feel better for her to say, and how was your day?
Yeah.
She may not want to hear it. She may be bored. She may not understand what you're talking about. But at least you validated that person and made them feel like you're a part of my life and you matter.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
that one's...
That's two. I'm telling both of y'all to break up with your partner because they ain't terrible people. And like I said, I try not to do it. I try to be better about that.
You don't know.
But both of them sound like
That's
not
when I would be
good
like,
people.
yeah, you should break up with your partner. If your boyfriend just, like, your girlfriend come be like, you boring. For real? Why you even with me, bro?
That was this week's Emma the Assholes, y'all. Thank you for joining in on that good time. If you, like I said, if you come across something you think you want us to read, holler at us. If you got one in your own life, we've done that one before too. So, you know what I'm saying? We can read, we can talk about and decide if you or somebody you love is the asshole. It's a good time to be had by all y'all. As we start circling the drain here, let's get to entertainment of the week. What y'all been watching, reading, listening to, so forth and so on that you care to share with the listeners?
I haven't been watching a lot of TV. I started that one show on Apple TV today with Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
What was the name of it?
I'm opening it right now to see
okay.
The Crowded Room.
The Crowded Room.
It's pretty good. It's interesting. I've been listening to GNX, like that's like just GNX, and that's about it. I haven't been doing a whole lot of school.
Fair. Sure.
You know, I'm mostly out here just working on stuff.
Yeah. My son's a motorcycle man now, y'all. It's very worrisome to your boy, but that is what it is to be a father. So
It's your job to worry.
True.
he dresses properly. He wears proper attire, proper gear, and he has proper licenses and insurance. So it's like he did everything legally. So what I'm supposed to be mad about it? I can't be. Now can I? So it's all good. Ma, what you been watching, reading, listen to? What you been getting down with?
I don't do a lot of reading, which has become for me problematical because reading has been a love of my life. But I think because of my vision changing, I don't do reading a lot.
You should truly.
I love
and with no whatever, just find you some audiobooks and ride out with them.
Well, that's my plan.
Yeah.
I plan to take out on my audiobooks.
Dad swears.
I can't remember anything else that I wanted.
Dad swears.
But the audiobooks, I'm going to do something about that because when I worked as a security guard down in you. I know I told you about the shack.
Yeah.
Well, working at the shack, the audiobooks were my lifesaver, and I loved listening to them. What I do now, there are a couple of video games that I play regularly on my laptop. And in the evenings, I have programs that I like to watch. So, but I'm greedy, and I have binged up most of the good shows that I love. So right now I'm scrounging.
Okay.
Elspeth is one that I dearly love.
That's on Paramount, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then there's one called Trent, which is on Hulu. And I love the NCIS. There's NCIS, this city, that city. Right now, the newest one is NCIS Sydney. And that one
They in
I'm
Australia?
enjoying. I'm enjoying
Oh, I've been watching Breaking Bad
that.
too.
So, just basically streaming when I can.
What games you play?
Invincible.
The puzzle games too?
They're the one that I love the most right now is I love word games.
Yeah.
Like crosswords or word connect or stuff like that.
Yeah. Find the words, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those. Those are my favorite. And the one that I'm really enjoying right now, but it's beginning to annoy me because it doesn't refresh or renew itself for the daily challenges until midnight.
Oh, there you go.
So, word search.
Word search.
Word search explorer.
Word search explorer, people, in case you're looking for a new little wordy game or whatever.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot, but like I said, here lately, now that I'm finally getting my body adjusted to where I can actually get tired before midnight. So what I've been doing is I go to bed when I get tired now. I'm one of those night owl type people, but around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm really tired. So now I go to bed, and if I wake up at 1 or 2 and I'm not ready to go back to sleep, I'll play the game.
Okay. Fair. And me and Vanessa went back to the Phoenix Theater, the Great Northern Mall, to watch Interstellar on the big screen. I have not seen Interstellar on the big screen since Interstellar came out in the theaters years ago.
Interstellar kind of banger though.
It is still after all these years, an amazing movie. I was concerned. I was like, man, I've watched the movie so much that I'm gonna get comfortable and falling asleep. Did not watch that whole movie. They have a Dolby Atmos sound there, so they sound is really, really punchy. And imagine being in the spaceship. Yeah, it was rocking in that bad boy. Interstellar is still an amazing film and even more amazing on the big screen. It was so fantastic to watch.
For me, the dude from Interstellar has always looked like Mr. Smith. Do you kind of see that?
I've never seen Interstellar.
You know Matthew McConaughey? All right, that guy.
He kind of looks like the dude. Mr. Smith kind of looks like the dude from
I don't,
Interstellar.
but I never had Mr. Smith either. You're just talking about he's an unknown individual.
Have you ever seen Mr. Smith though?
Nope.
That having been said, Interstellar is still playing, at least for us, as I speak in my neck of the woods, on the big screen. So you could be watching, maybe in your neck of the woods, Interstellar on the big screen, and I highly recommend it because it's such a great movie. It's my favorite Christopher Nolan movie. Yeah, it's my favorite Christopher Nolan movie, followed by Batman: The Dark Knight Rises.
I bet it.
So, Severance, of course. I'm still watching Severance. I am fully caught up on Severance. I watched the most recent Severance last night. I'm going to rewatch it because that one was a little bit. That was a little thicker episode last night, y'all. The most recent episode. Huh? It was. It's about 10 minutes shorter than the normal episode, but also
it said there was like to stay after credits for the stuff afterwards.
Yeah. You can always watch the little thing they do afterwards, like they do like Game of Thrones used to do, where they have a behind the scenes little vignette.
I don't know if that's where the extra minutes went, but that's apparently
Game of Thrones was children when that show was out.
They do that. They do that every week for this season of Severance. But yeah, that was a real bit of a thinker. It was all about Miss what's her name? What is her name? Anyway, forgot her name, but the one lady that Patricia Arquette plays, and so forth. So
Was it called ether, like the yellow stuff?
yeah, there's
Why it looked like pee?
We huffing ether.
they
I love
were
ether.
literally huffing ether. It was
It
crazy.
looks like yellow fabuloso.
It's starting fluid. That's what ether is. You just use it to start cars and fire.
Me and Vanessa were still watching What If season 3. We did not finish it. I have not watched the new Daredevil yet, but by the time this episode comes out, I hope you will have watched all the available episodes of Daredevil, which is now on Disney Plus. Daredevil Born Again is on.
So beautiful.
Is on Disney Plus. I've been playing Fortnite, and I've been having such a challenging time with Fortnite this go around, y'all. I can top 10 with the every time. In fact, I do top 10 every time, but I cannot get through to the end, and it's bothersome because, like I said, that dang bat and the little kung fu Sub-Zero hands are OP, and I just think I just gotta have a shotgun at the end and be on it, and I probably get better at it. Astrobot has been getting updated quietly this whole time, and I went back to start messing with some of the new levels of Astrobot that have been updated to it, and it's a very fun game. But Astrobot's new levels are all speed run challenge levels, and my wrist was hurting, and I was like, "Put the sticks down, dog. You cannot be going to this level of discomfort for a video game."
Not for Astrobot, at least.
So I might come back to. No, I certainly will come back at some point. Probably I'm off Monday, so I'll probably hang and play a little Astrobot.
Oh, for real?
Not reading anything right now, y'all. I started Wicked and it wasn't doing it for me. I'm saying I started the book Wicked thinking I like the movie Wicked, and you know what I'm saying, but they are two very different beasts, and I just was not feeling it. So I moved on from that relatively quickly. What I want y'all to listen to, I'm saying in the realm of podcasts or music, I actually should have put that in the podcast. I put it on listening. There's a podcast I get down with called Hyperfix.
I love Hyperfix.
Alex Goldman hosts it. If you used to listen to Reply All on Spotify, he was one of the hosts of that show. But he has his own podcast now called Hyperfix, where literally he tries to help somebody answer a question or solve a problem. And if he can't, he can at least come with a reason as to why he can't. And this last episode was basically they did a live show for a Brooklyn podcast fest of some sort, and the episode's title is Two Birds, 100 Stones, and it's such an amazing episode. I don't even want to ruin it for you. I just want to tell you to go check out Hyperfix, that particular episode, Two Birds, 100 Stones. It's an amazing episode. It was a really, really good listen to, and it caught me right in my feels. But everything gets in my feels as I get older, so that's just what it is.
Lately, like
I heard
I'm thinking about it.
the Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande singing what is the dang song?
Defy Gravity.
Defying Gravity as the opening of the Oscars the other day. Like Vanessa had sent me a TikTok of a video of just that of that video of them singing, and I'm listening to it, and as soon as Ariana gets to the part of "I hope you're happy," flooding tears, y'all. I was straight up crying. That movie is intense to me, special to me, and like it literally made me start crying. That song, like it really hit your boy in his feels, and that "I hope you happy" was like, so I was very, very, very cryy at that point. So that is how we was getting down with that one, man. But there you go, y'all. That was a show for the week. Housekeeping. My kid said he wants to read housekeeping, so I'm going to give it to him. This is a new bit of housekeeping. I rewrote it today, so let's see how it rolls.
Oh, God. Okay, housekeeping. Please tune in every Thursday, as that's when we post shows. We also record usually around 8:30 p.m. EST. You can typically join us in chat on Twitch and YouTube. Please rate, review, and subscribe, and share the show on the aforementioned YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. If you want to support the show financially and have a few bucks to toss our way, please consider joining the Patreon. Remember, at the $5 tier, you get extra content each month and early access to new shows. We also have merch available over on tpublic.com/user says country is milk. All one word with a K, and feel free to give us a call at 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love
If I want to call my man personally, hit him up at 216.
Stop!
48.
Our missing men's this go around are the 216 on Tatum 216 and the 216 on also Lunchbox 2099. Lunchbox box me back this week as far as I know. So should be me and Box on the mic Thursday. Like I said, jump on in here. We'll be recording tonight as if you're listening to this early in the day on Thursday. And if I get this out on time Thursday, because this last week episode didn't go out till good and late, I was like, I got a show to post. It was done being edited.
You were like, yeah, I got the show done. I just like haven't written it up and posted it yet.
Yeah. I got it. And I got it wrote up and I got it posted. So it's all to the good. So that's what I'm saying. Plus, there's no video this week. So this is a little, well, it's not easy because then I have to go through. So what it ends up being on a show like this, 4 mics. Means I get to edit 4 mics. It's crazy.
4 layers.
I don't have to.
But you will.
But I will. That's my mom.
Hey, y'all. Bye.
There.
Been fun.
That's my oldest son.
Goodbye, y'all.
It's my youngest son.
I'll see ya.
I am the Internet Saver 713. Don't make me push in the traffic. We'll do it again next time. Peace.
Cardi is not dropping.
What happened to your ass? It used to be beautiful.